were going away from the fog thing that was horrible, and we were trying to get away very quickly, and then Harbeck told me that he had a thing that would make me get away faster if I drank it, and so I did. And then it got very dark and quiet, and I was really, really sleepy. And then I was having this really wonderful dream about that girl that we met when we were at that the imaginary tavern of the vampire. You know, remember that building that wasn't supposed to be there at the foot of the cliff before we went to the temple? Anyway, she was really super hot, and she was all being all nice to me, except in my dream, instead of not coming to my room, because it turns out she wasn't real. She actually came and was like, snuggling with me, and it was wonderful. And then there was this like kerfuffle, and now everything smells like donkey, and I'm not sure what's happening. The end.
This is the most useful recap. Anybody tuning in on YouTube who didn't just watch the previous episodes, like, I know exactly what's going on.
Super hot. Super hot. Super hot. Yeah, that pretty much covers everything in Dim's brain. Outside of Dim's brain, these things, this weird chimera of a bullet and a blink dog has attacked the party and churned up the soil and completely destroyed one of Harbeck's kegs of beer, and is currently dazzled and being attacked by every conscious party member all at once. And they rolled their attacks and are waiting for me to tell them what happened. Oh, you want to know? Okay.
Tell us.
Dun, dun.
These were the attacks.
I have rolled everything except Lord Silverstar's Phantasmal Killer, because I don't have any kind of result for it. Any kind of text. There is no spell description.
I know, sorry. Here, let me try it again. This time with words.
With the words. DC 17 Wisdom save for 20 psychic damage. Okay.
Oh, and actually I'm going to cast it as a 5th level spell, so it does much more.
3 extra. So
Yeah.
23 in total?
Yes, and then at the beginning of each of its turn, if I read the spell right, at the beginning of each of its turns, it makes another save, and if it fails, it stays frightened and takes more damage.
And what does Frighten do exactly?
Frightened gives it disadvantage on any attacks and something while the source of its fear is within line of sight. It has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and it can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. So it's super scared of me and has disadvantage on its attacks and can't get closer to me willingly.
Okay. The total amount of damage that you rolled as a group was 99.
Yes. The punch.
That sounds good.
99 damage is how much damage you did. Harbeck landed a resounding thud on its temple, and it seems to be quite dazed. It also has a look of terror in its eyes, but it's still standing.
I've bought us one more turn.
Unfortunately, it is very dazed. As is Arian. Tabarin, it's your turn.
Alright, I will take a 10-foot step back from it and unleash Eldritch Blast.
Also, if it wasn't clear, I released the hypnotic pattern spell. It is no longer in effect.
Yes.
Okay.
99 barrels of booze on the mule, 99 barrels of booze. Poor Boozy. Yep, okay. Tabarin hits it in the face with 3 Eldritch Blasts. And it collapses in a heap on the ground in a patch of churned up soil. Victory!
Woo!
Wow.
Good job, Tavern, and everyone else.
Wow.
That's
Let's go
the
back to
music
the
you
map.
listen to while you see how much money you got from the fight and what items.
Yes, it is.
Lord Silverstar, very, very well played.
Thank you.
My apologies for hitting you the second time.
I think that I may owe all of you an apology. Also, I realize now that I was under some sort of enchantment effect from the fog monster, and I was acting. Well, I was compelled to flee it, but the way I communicated that desire, that is in some part on me, and I apologize.
It's all good.
It's acceptable.
So-
I appreciate it.
No hard feelings for trying to drug you to sleep then.
No, in context, it makes sense. Speaking of, is Din going to be all right?
Oh yeah, she's gonna have the best night's sleep she's ever had on the back of a donkey.
Speaking of,
So,
sorry, Adrian.
Arian.
Arian.
So, are we interested in collecting these green crystals?
I'd like to. There are 2 of them.
Are they going to be meaty
One
when we
inside.
collect them?
I
I remember someone
gems.
saying
Gems.
meaty crystal.
Well, I'm not sure that we have any way of extracting them from their occupants without some flesh attached. We tried to get it out of the Spryjack and found ourselves unsuccessful, right?
Great. Do you guys want
Right.
dinner?
So,
I'll
What if
work
we
on that
cook
while
it?
you work on surgery.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
no.
think-
What if we cook the meat?
then it
Cook
would
it
be
up?
perhaps a bit.
That does denature the proteins around the gem, correct?
Yes, I
Sounds like
suppose
science.
I suppose it's
the hell out of it.
chance. Are we concerned about the effects the flames may have on the crystal? Are they delicate? Do we know anything about them?
We could
Never
try
seen
it
a
with
green one.
one first and see what effect it has, and
Is
Hope
the
it doesn't
consensus that we should
explode?
avoid touching them as much as possible?
I'm guessing that these gems hold some sort of control. You had mentioned to us, or we had in our studies we know that this was from some elven magician,
Yes.
perhaps, that maybe uses these crystals to gain influence over creatures.
Oh, no. The creature itself was the creation of likely the creation of a mad elven wizard. The crystals are entirely unknown to me. Our experience indicates that they have something to do with the psionic creatures that inhabit the Valley of Mists, correct?
I would
Right.
guess that if you cast your detect magic, you wouldn't detect any.
Right.
Right, and it's that mind magic, psionics, as I've heard it termed in the never
Real world.
that I have heard of it before.
As much as I would love to sit around here in the middle of nowhere at night, I think we should continue while we have this
Are you
conversation.
kidding me? I am
No.
Oh, I
so
disagree.
ready for
If
rest.
since dinner's asleep and I'm no longer under compulsion, I think that setting up camp to rest is far and away the best choice. Perhaps while we do that, I will take some time and see if I can extract the crystals.
I'll help.
Okay. I just hope there's not
intention-
another one of those.
Well, yes, I suppose
Okay.
there's that.
No, we
Shall
haven't
make
eaten
camp?
since
How
the
exciting
food. I'm gonna make some dinner.
Right.
Yeah, so we're setting up camp.
And Harbeck is cooking, and Silver Star and Tabern are trying to extract the crystal.
So my plan is basically to mage hand a knife over there and cut it out, like with a chunk of flesh, but from a distance to make sure that I don't get I don't accidentally touch the thing.
Okay. All right. And I guess you'll take Din off Boozy and lie her down on her bedroll and...
Yeah, make her all comfy and stuff.
I mean,
Okay,
she's
comfy.
gonna sleep soundly either way. It doesn't really.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what if
except
Boozy
that when
wanders
she
off?
wakes up, she will be considerably less sore if she has spent the night sleeping on a bedroll instead of awkwardly thrown over the back of a mule.
It wasn't
Okay.
awkward. I positioned her nicely.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that thrown over the back of a mule is always awkward.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident it is as well. Right. Tabern, can I get a perception check from you, please?
Sure
And
thing.
Silver Star, you try and get the gem out. You try and cut the flesh. You're completely unfamiliar with the anatomy of this creature. You've never seen it before, but it appears to have a large bony breastplate right where the crystal is, and the crystal seems to be fairly well attached, shall we say. A mage-handed knife is not going to cut it. Get it? Cut it? Yeah? Yeah?
Ah.
Well played.
Unfortunate.
Tabern, you don't perceive anything.
I guess while I decide what I'm going to do about that, I will instead shift to cutting the spryjack thing out of its stomach and see if I can manage that through the fleshy bits on its underside.
Okay, yeah. You cut open its stomach and its fleshy bits sort of spill out everywhere, and it's quite gross, as gutting an animal tends to be. You locate what you guess is its stomach and you open it up, and inside you find nothing. Well, I mean, you find gastric juices and some old meat, but no spryjack.
Right. No spryjack.
No
Interesting.
crystal.
It may have deposited the spryjack somewhere rather than consuming it, as I had assumed.
What about down there? I point to the hole.
Going
I
caving.
suppose that's an option. If we're certain that these crystals are important, are we certain that they're important? We can do that, but perhaps after we have a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm going to think on how I could perhaps either remove the breastbone of that beast or remove the crystal from its breastbone.
I bet Din's quite
Credentius
good at
with
butchery.
your
She could probably take that thing all apart in the morning.
Was my
eagerness to move forward, you surely have the energy to take first watch.
investigate by myself in case there's another one down there? I don't think so.
No. Take first watch.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
I before going off to sleep, give him a little pep talk, and you and anyone else staying awake can have 17 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Isn't that everybody who can hear the pep talk and they just stay? So that's everybody except Dick.
I guess I really could for everyone. Everyone but myself. Yeah, everyone gets 17.
They go away at the end of a long rest?
The agents of pestilence will yet be driven
No,
from
I
our
don't even
woods.
think they do. I just have to have a short or long rest to do it again.
Huh. Okay.
I still had 2 left
So
from
Nemo
last
is
time.
17.
So Nemo is taking first watch. Who's taking second and third?
Hardwick volunteers for breakfast watch.
I can do second, and then sleep for third.
Okay. Okay. So Nemo has rolled his perception check. Jabbern has rolled his perception check.
Oh, I can switch this.
Yes!
Back single digits. His
I
perception check.
am making breakfast, not actually watching.
I'm surprised you guys were like, Din'll take third watch. Somebody wake her up.
She's clearly going to be the most rested. Harvick, you never get to making breakfast. It was already quite late by the time we got to this point. It was already like early evening. You'd been walking for quite some time. Nemo,
Yeah.
it's your watch. You're keeping an eye out, patting Steed. You know, the usual camping sort of thing.
We get a short rest before this happens? Like, before we all went to watches?
I'm going to say that, like, you effectively, anybody who's sleeping has had a short rest, yes.
Okay, I'm going to spend some hit dice.
Okay.
I have
Yes,
key again.
some hit dice.
Sure, why
Key
not?
again! Hooray!
Okay. So I'm watching. I'm at patting Steed.
And then
You hear a noise. Off in that direction.
That direction.
Yes.
Okay.
Away from the campsite.
Is
Out
it
into the
like,
bush.
can I discern what kind of sound it is, noise it is? Like,
It sounded like steel on steel.
okay, that's a sound I'm familiar with. All right, I'll go ahead and I'll try and like look out. Get a little closer, but not too much close. But trying to like discern what it is without leaving the area.
Then you hear a noise off in that direction, to the left. And then another
Okay.
noise off in that direction, to the right.
Okay.
And then another noise directly in front of you. All the same noise.
I go ahead and wake up everybody, and I say, guys, wake up. There's something going on.
Rick doesn't want to wake up.
I hear...
Does Din wake up to
Confrontation.
being, hey, wake up?
No, does not wake
Okay.
up to the hey, wake up.
Do you guys hear that?
Smelling salts.
There is no noise now. But I'll get everybody who's awake to roll a perception check, please.
What if I just passively perceive? Because then it's amazing.
My 16 prevails, or do I do it again?
Still good.
No. This is a completely different check.
All right, cool.
19. Okay. Yeah, sure. Tabarin, Silverstar, and Gargintius. No, even Harbeck would notice it with a 10. You're looking around, trying to work out, like, Gargintius heard a noise. I'd only just gotten asleep. What is it? I just want to be asleep. Hang on a second. Where is that blink bullet corpse gone?
But
You lost the
You
corpse.
got to be kidding me.
that thing was enormous.
Was it dead? Oh, they must have taken it.
That was dead.
What they?
Silver started
We're in the
gunning the
middle of
thing.
nowhere. We're in the middle
My
of nowhere.
guess?
You think that something is out here
Spryjacks.
collecting?
Spry jacks.
Really?
Oh, you're right. There was a dead one.
They want to steal
Would've taken,
things,
like,
including
4,000 of them to
entire
move
giant
that.
corpses 8 times the size of them.
8 times.
It wasn't
Oddly.
even shiny, though.
Lengthwise, I guess that'd be like
Right.
If you
500
8
times
Spryjacks
volume-wise.
end to end.
Is the Spryjack going to become the new, like, default measurement
Toe
length?
knuckles deep.
Yeah, it's the
right, we measure
Totally
depth of
3
water
Spryjacks
in toe
tall.
knuckles. We measure size of enemies in
size of
Spryjacks.
creatures and Spryjacks. I imagine that a Spryjack and a cubit is a pretty similar measurement.
It's about 2.5 feet.
It's basically the
If
imperial
it is,
system. Barleycorn.
if it was
Makes sense.
Spryjacks, then they're obviously the
yard.
same green-chested Spryjacks that we saw that was dead, and maybe we were right in assuming that green is control, and they're trying to recover the green gem.
It seems clear that whatever the origin of the green gems, they don't want us taking them, which makes me want them.
I'm going to immediately go over to where the Chimera was, and to get more of a height advantage to perhaps see, well, it's dark, just to see further. How tall is the overgrowth around us, the grassy whatever?
It's pretty
Plains.
pretty tall. Like, there's a lot of trees around. Because you're traveling along the edge of the forest. It's a lightly forested area, the area that you're traveling through at the moment.
Okay.
Probably made it down to about here. Very
Just
lightly
another
forested.
perception to see any moving bushes, trees,
So-
whatever.
I'm gonna
I'm
get
curious about
Arian.
the nature of the things
Go ahead.
I'm curious about the nature of the thing's disappearance, so I'm going to go look and see if there's, like, still a pile of viscera where we left it. Is there, like, a bloody trail where they dragged the corpse away, or is it just, like, gone?
Right.
There is no viscera. There is no indication that a corpse was ever lying there.
So not even, like, blood-soaked dirt, it's just gone.
It's just gone.
Never mind, I don't need the wolf then.
That's a bit unusual, isn't it?
I did hear from 3 different directions. So whatever did this can be at a lot of places at once, just like the thing that we just killed.
Harbeck counts the barrels on
Whatever did
Boozy
this
like 4 times to make sure one's missing.
Whatever did this was very good at distracting you while it did it. Is that what you mean?
That could be it.
And there is one barrel missing, Harbeck.
Good. What about giant gaping hole in the dirt?
There's still a big pile of churned dirt, and the pit that opened up is still there.
Good. Okay. So it is not a mass hallucination. We actually fought a thing. That's a step in the right direction.
It's a good thing, yeah. Likely a good thing. I say this.
You're all dead. Just come right out with it.
Just cut out the middleman and get straight to your order. No, Cameron, you're trying to get a bit of a height advantage, climbing up something and perceiving, correct?
Yeah, climbing up something, levitating up in the air, whatever I'm
fly.
capable of doing.
You look around. It's pitch black. There's no moon, which doesn't affect your dark vision. 120 feet. You scan your surroundings 120 feet out, and you see nothing. No indication of movement. No indication of life. Besides, the occasional rabbit, or maybe an owl. But that's the extent of it.
Well, the truth of it is that if we do intend to pursue or investigate whatever it was that took this thing, or is controlling it, or whatever, we'll want to do it at full strength, which means waiting until Din recovers. In the interim, I'm very tired, so...
Do you think, though, that this is the best place to sleep? Because it occurs to me that something walked up while we were sleeping and made an entire battle disappear.
Now we listen to me. Alright.
Right, so...
It did, in fact, do that very thing, and instead of using whatever abilities it had to attack us while we were sleeping, it made a corpse disappear. I mean, it's not the best place I've ever slept, but I am very tired.
I like your logic.
And it seemed...
I'd like to get back to sleep as well.
Alright, I'll keep watching.
If it were going to kill us, it would have done it while we were all asleep, right? Rather than
the next time we're all asleep.
It's just trying to confuse us to death.
Right. But I'd like a full suite of spells to face it next time, so I'll be... Good night.
Good night, everyone. I'll just, stay awake. Don't look
Go back to
around.
watching.
A message into your head. Good luck.
Oh, that's creepy.
Don't die.
And try not to get back to the
Great
field.
advice.
All right, the rest of the night passes without incident. Din, you wake up at about the same time Harburg wakes up and starts cooking breakfast.
Are we there?
Yes. We are
That's
there.
Amazing.
So,
Are we having celebratory bacon?
Yes.
They're being away from the thing.
Yeah, wherever we were going.
The food.
We had to escape. He told us we were going there. We must be there since we've stopped.
correct.
Wherever it is, it's not where the food is, so success.
I like celebratory bacon.
Do you want to break the news to a Harburg?
Which news? The news that we're out of bacon?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
I'm just going to keep cooking
Why
breakfast,
is
and
my
when she says,
bow
where's the bacon, I'm
sheathed
going to tell her I forgot.
Why is my bow sheathed funny? Do you
Oh,
sheathe a bow?
I,
Put away
I borrowed it
Skill-Wappy.
for a second.
oh,
Nima, you're
You
asleep.
what now?
Oh.
Nima's asleep.
well, when you
Oh dear,
fell
I'm gonna get
asleep,
punched in my sleep.
we were attacked by a very big thing. It was big.
Did it get me?
And it teleported a lot. And it didn't get you because I hefted you up and put you on the back of Boozy for protection. And I might have jostled your equipment a bit while I was saving you from being eaten. The thing was, it was eating. You should see the hole in the ground. I'll show you later. It was big mouth, like big mouth.
Thank you for saving me, Harbeck.
You're welcome, Din.
A little while later, everybody wakes up to the smell of cooking, not bacon. And it is morning time. And
here's your serving of not bacon. Here's your not bacon.
We wake up to the smell of disappointment.
Oh, thank God, we're still alive.
Breakfast rabbit is delicious.
couple of conies and some tatties, it'll be yummy. Right.
It's cooked, ain't it?
What's
Eat
the
it.
plan?
So how far are we from that Raketh place that we were, trying to get to?
Hey, Harbeck,
Like a few days at least.
Yes.
this looks exactly like where we were when I don't remember anymore.
Yes, that is true.
The landscape is quite similar all along
Hey.
this region.
Din, you were under a bit of a spell, which made you want to go and keep
Oh.
going. Do you feel like you need
Yeah.
to keep going still?
No,
Right, that's because
I
the spell
still feel
wore
like that
off.
was probably a good idea.
Right, so you're not so upset that you got a night's sleep.
I guess not.
Okay.
But you lied to
But-
me.
No, I told you that if you drank this, you would be where you wanted to go faster, which is true.
In a really
want to go
convoluted.
here.
It's a white lie.
I would like to experiment with my
Didn't have to go sit
scrying
somewhere
spell.
and sort out that English.
Yeah, sure.
It talks about you can scry on a creature or a location, but having been up close and trying to remove the green stone from the, I would like an attempt to scry the location of that crystal, the green crystal.
That was a great message, Silver Star, by the way. All right, you want to try and scry a location?
Not scry the location, but scry on the green crystal itself, so that my vision would appear where that crystal is. So instead of knowing the location of it or knowing the location of a creature, like scrying a creature, I want to scry an object.
Okay.
So not necessarily written in the spell, but I'd like to attempt to do so.
All right. I'll let you attempt it, but you'll need to roll a Arcana check, as I typically get you to do when you're trying to use spells in unusual ways. Was that meant for me, Silver Star? No, that was meant
Why
for...
did that not make things? They're supposed to be like effects. Effects. Again. Haha!
There we go.
Okay. So while you're trying to do the thing, Harbeck is drinking a breakfast beer.
Mm-hmm.
By casting gem inlaid sticks, rolling dragon bones, laying out on 8 cards, or employing some other divining tool.
In this
looking at
case,
the
getting
phone left in
a
the
little
bottom of
bit
the
drunky
D-mug.
drunk.
Okay. You receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. What are you auguring? What are you going to ask me? What is your course of action?
The course of action is diverting course from the ruins of Raketh to chase green gems.
Wheel and woe.
And?
Yep.
Oh. I share the result with Lord Silverstar.
So that particular bit of divination is somewhat imprecise. My guess would be that pursuing the green gems could be valuable to us, but it will also be dangerous. Does that seem like a fair interpretation of that?
Seems reasonable. I don't think we're giving anything up, showing up to Rakith, and eventually Elfland. I don't think we're giving anything up, showing up a day later than we would have otherwise, which would be the other source of woe.
Right. There is some risk that if we divert course too frequently or for too long, the Feligor will be upset with us, and that could be
That could be woe.
bad.
I think that there isn't much wheel that outwheels that woe.
The Feligor seems to be a
Powerful ally.
yes, but I don't. It doesn't broadcast a sense of impatience to me. Perhaps I'm misreading it, but it seems like taking a short time at least to see if we can figure out about these crystals wouldn't be too dangerous. Perhaps we should set a time limit for ourselves to make sure we're not too distracted. 2 or 3 days?
Days.
I'm leaning toward maybe missing out on some wheel to also miss out on some woe. It seems that if I have to, like, lose an arm to get some bacon, I'd rather just have neither thing.
Tavern.
Aren't we still trying to
You
save the
get a
world?
general sense of it being north. But that's all you can muster.
Into the Valley of Mists.
Oh, that's what's north of you, yes.
Isn't it?
Into the
I mean-
mists, right,
It's one thing to postpone saving the world to save, like a burning village of people, but to just chase green rocks around?
The green gems are in the Valley of Mist.
I don't want
Going
to go
into
to
the
there.
Valley of Mist is, as we determined earlier, probably not the smartest idea
I have sort
given
of
our own encounters with the Foog and
I don't want to go to
really
there.
sheer luck being able to take down the Chimera.
Sorry.
The ruins of Rakith seem best.
Like, it's just casually the food now. It's not the food.
His name now.
It's just like, you guys remember the time that the food was very serious.
Oh, my poor head. Okay. Right. Sorry, Tavern. I'm terribly sorry for distracting the party from your
You're totally
incredibly
good.
serious conversation.
Well, I largely agree with you. My only, my single counterpoint to that argument is that I have the somewhat vague and poorly defined intuition that the creatures in the Valley of Mists may be related somehow to the end of the world. I don't know that for certain, but it just feels like they must be, considering how.
And I
frequently they've shown up in our
100%
travels.
agree with you, but right now, I don't feel capable of taking on the end of the world,
Yes, I suppose
especially
we should
after what had
probably
happened over the
focus on
last
task
24
as well.
hours.
Yes, I think you're probably right. We should focus on the task at hand, which is getting first to the ruins of Rakith and then into Thacon. Sure.
No mists, no green stones.
At least not for now.
Right, let's go. Let's go rough us up some elves.
I don't think
East.
that's the
Let's head
correct
east.
attitude for our diplomatic mission to deliver booze to the Elven lands.
They've roughed us up a lot. I think it's time we return the favor.
I would like you to stop thinking that sometime before we get there.
You guys are no fun. I'm trying to battle cry us. That's how you do that, right?
Yes, but we're not going into battle for like a week.
Yeah.
So how about
Okay.
marching song? You have a flute.
Oh! What about this one?
yeah.
And then I say
Flutie March.
this dwarven saying that my, dad taught me, and then it's probably not very common. So maybe Harvick has heard it, and then it starts being awkward. Oh, so you guys have never heard that one?
And
I
it's
have
a
to
song
go
in
ahead.
Dwarven, and none of
Yeah.
I'm
us
really
actually
bad at
speak Dwarven.
flutie marches.
And I'm from, like, clear the other side of the world. So
Oh, I have a great singing voice.
I probably don't know your song.
Apparently does. Yeah. Okay, so the party starts marching. Traveling in this direction, towards the ruins of Regith. Are you heading directly across? Or are you going to skirt around the forest?
We
We can go through the forest. I like forests.
I think the point was to avoid the Valley of Mist, so probably skirting the forest straight across.
So I don't know how far down the Valley of Mists goes. Is it just like kind of at the point where the mountains end?
I would
is
think
also where the Valley of
follow
Mists
the
ends?
river to here and then cut.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I like forests.
Alright.
Can we go to the forest?
Actually, well, yeah. On second thought, I seem to recall that the elves have mounted patrols to patrol much of that grassland.
Mm-hmm.
So the forests might be a better idea because we will be more obscured from the
So-
elves, and they will not be.
Forests and
River
mountains
to
are
here,
the best,
then
and
forest.
coasts.
Then forest.
Yeah.
Then ruins.
I am favored of them.
Wait,
Yeah.
my arrow didn't. My arrow
That-
needed to go like this because definitely not this. That is a terrible plan. Do not do that.
Let me adjust.
Yeah. So I think, along the river, and then into the forest, and we will hang out in the forest until we get to Lake. I'm bad at reading this
We'll be
map.
gone.
Lake
Araset.
Araset, and then we'll follow the shores of the lake around
Okay.
to the ruins of Raketh.
Okay.
Oh,
We're following the blue
Lake
line.
Woebegone, where
Yep.
all the
And the children are above
average.
How do I delete that line?
How do you delete it?
Where
You
the
must
women
actually
are
delete it.
strong, the men are good looking, and the children are above
Yeah,
average.
all the children are above average.
So, we're following that blue line, is the idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, forest.
You've got a day of march ahead of you. It's going to take you basically a day of march to get to the forest. Then another
We
day,
can't become lost.
or maybe 2 to get to the ruins of Raketh, depending on how hard you push yourselves. So during the first day of March, while you're following the river along, is there anything in particular you guys want to be doing with your time while you're walking?
I'd like to,
Fishing.
with
I wanna
Harbeck,
fish.
looking
to fish
for
and
any sort
move.
of...
Oh. I don't want to fish anymore then.
looking for like plants and things with Harbeck, if he
Okay.
wants to.
We need a final ingredient for our get Brieg
For
back
Brieg.
drink.
Right.
Do you need
Right,
fish?
you were working on that. Okay. So you're going to continue to look for plants so that you can maybe find a get breed back drink.
Yep.
All right.
Right.
Roll the appropriate
Harbeck,
checks.
what you doing? Harbeck, what you doing?
Nature check?
We're looking for
It's
plants and
nature
things.
checks.
They're eating.
I know lots of
various
plants. Can I help?
We need one that
They're
helps
eating unidentified
people
plants.
feel
in hopes
confident
that one
and
of them will
stabilize their mental faculties. That's what we're
affect their
looking for.
brains.
I'm good at plants.
22, and 9. Harvick spends all his time looking at the pretty flowers, not picking them. He's too scared to disturb them. They're perfect just the way they are.
The pretty flowers.
Pretty flowers. Din.
Yeah.
You find, like, while you're walking along the banks of the river, there's a lily, like, which is unusual in moving water. Lilies typically prefer still ponds, but there is a type of lily that grows on a reed in the river, which is supposed to like, well, you've made teas out of it before, to like alleviate pain, like to numb your senses. And it's a medicinal herb.
Like smoking pot or like taking some aspirin?
More akin to like ingesting copious amounts of opiates.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a.
Hey, Harbeck, you will like this one.
Tea a thing?
Okay.
Sure.
And it's the flowers that you're after. You find a couple of them. So, 2 poppy lilies, we'll call them for now.
Poppy
so
lilies.
that Harbeck has them written down in a thing.
Yeah.
In his list of stuff that he doesn't know what any of it does.
Seriously, can I read you my list? 2
Yeah.
unusual mushroom types. Sun-loving moss. The top of the mushroom. Cave funguses.
These are the plants he's not worked with yet.
My notes are so good that I can definitely remember where they came from the next time I read them. I'm the best note taker.
Do you remember what the top of the mushroom was, Harbeck?
It was that thing that was
Wasn't that the
alive
thing
and I
that
whacked
made
the
him
top
die?
off with a stick.
It was. See, your notes make perfect sense.
It made me go deaf.
It did make you go deaf. That's absolutely true.
I'm pretty sure the tavern is carrying around a vial of shambling mound juice. So,
Yeah.
This is also true.
so Harbeck hardly has the corner of weird things in my inventory.
That's
corner.
true.
No, he just
I
has
also have the
worst
4.5
notes
inch
of weird
maggoty
things
thing
in
that we
his
pulled out of
inventory.
Harbeck.
I
Oh, yeah,
don't remember that.
Oh, right, yeah. You've got that thing. I forgot about that thing.
Because Arcane Trickster Surgeon for the win.
It saves lives. It saves lives. There's also a particular kind of bark here, which you used to chew on for fun, Din.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, it makes you see pretty colors.
Anything you chew on for fun has got to be good in a booze.
So yeah, there's a funny bark that
That was just fun
Here,
time. bark.
Harbeck, here's some bark you chew on for fun. Put that in your list.
Harbeck's super used to that idea. I mean, that's just like tobacco. Like, we chew on things for fun. That's half the fun you have is chewing on things.
absolutely.
Yeah,
The
things
first
we
day
chew
of
on
March
for fun. You mean
food, bacon.
So
I get
as
more
I'm
joy out of
watching everyone pick stuff up off the floor, I'm like, are we on a scavenger hunt? Am I not in on this?
Yes, you should scavenge this mushroom top.
Wait, I remember that doing something to you, didn't
Right. We're looking for plants with different types of properties when you ingest or touch them. So, if you do join us, be a bit careful about what you pick up.
So just look for things that are colorful. Is that it?
Yes, that'll do nicely.
I don't really have gloves to like pick it up though. I'll
If you
just
see something
point.
particularly colorful,
maybe you can pick.
just let one of us know.
I'll give it a shot. I mean, I have no idea.
Credentius
Just-
is
it's
As
colorblind.
unhelpful as possible. He just wanders around going, "Hey, that thing's kind of colorful. Hey, that thing." What's
The
that?"
dice help my conversation out.
Gigentius, as you're wandering along and Din is playing with the weird lilies that she pointed out to Harbeck and very carefully cutting them off, knowing that she shouldn't really touch them because her fingers might go numb. You spot a really cute little colourful frog. And decide to rub to give it a pat because, hey, it's cute.
Pretty little froggy.
Harbeck only said the plants were dangerous.
Constitution save for me, please.
I guess you're technically not a flower, so you're probably safe.
Oh,
19.
thank God, it's the right order.
Okay, you touch it and you feel your fingers start to tingle and burn, and you immediately stick your hand in the cold river, and your fingers stop burning.
Okay, this was a bad idea.
Right,
Bad
that's why I said
idea.
not to touch anything. That's exactly why.
Noted.
Excellent lesson
Also, who
learned.
pets frogs?
I wonder if we want a bit of that frog.
So-
I could do to refill my
Don't you know you're
guts.
just supposed to lick them? You don't pet them.
Don't, would you not, Tim? He's useful. We don't want him dead.
It was gonna be really funny.
Harvick, what are you going to do with
Chewing the bark.
Maybe.
Harvick, there's a cute little frog there that made Nima's fingers burn. Do you want to do anything with said cute little frog?
I want to poke Silverstar to pick it up for me with his magic. Because I want to coat my darts in
I
it.
want to watch you
ran
catch
out
a
of my
frog with
darts.
magic hand.
I suppose I can try, and I will do my best to snatch a little frog with my mage hand. I
I
guess
have gloves on. Here, I'll get it.
Lots of poisonous frogs don't actually move very fast. They rely on being poisonous. so
Pretty
maybe
much,
it'll be
yeah.
easy to catch.
You manage to grab it. Like, it can't see you coming when it's an invisible hand of force that is grasping it. So
That's true.
you manage to get hold of it, and it's wiggly, and it starts foaming, like, over its entire body, which is
Hold
kind
it
of
still.
gross.
And I'm just going to rub, like, a dozen darts in frog foam.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to try to collect some of the foam in one of those vials that Tabarin's always playing with?
I can certainly do that.
Carefully.
Frog
I
goo?
suspect that the foam is...
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
whatever
so-
touches that, it's gonna burn. Just
So
letting
you're-
you know.
You're collecting some frog foam in a vial?
Yes.
Okay, so make a note that you have a vial full of frog foam, and Harvick, you have darts tipped with some frog foam.
And then, since I'm a catch and release kind of frog fisherman, I will then put it back where I found it.
okay.
Thanks for your foam, Mr. Frog.
The mage hand will do a little pat on the head.
Right. The rest of the day goes without incident. They're the only interesting things that you find during the day. You manage to reach the edge of the forest and get in a little ways before you find a reasonable clearing that would make a good campsite out of the way.
I can find us all the food.
Do they have
Din's
forest
going to spend a little
bacon?
bit of time hunting before bed.
Yeah.
Din,
That sounds good.
can you show me
What?
how to
Can't
get
you
forest
just-
bacon? Do they have bacon here?
Like wild boar? Probably.
I haven't had bacon since we had the celebratory bacon at the Felagor's place. We ate the last of it.
Now, I feel like we had this conversation before. Bacon is a smoked meat product. It's cured. It requires time. We had this conversation about catching a boar to get bacon before. We decided that, well, we could have, boar
What about those
belly
magic
meat or
flame
whatever. It
pans?
won't
They don't
be
make smoke.
bacon until it's...
Right, we're
It has
gonna
to be
put
cured
the-
over time, right?
Right, so we catch it tonight. We smoke it over the fire when we wake up in the morning. Bacon!
It's not
I have
really
lots
how
of
it
healing
works.
magic. I can cure it.
I assume that with your bacon, I'm going to use the word obsession for lack of a better one, you would have more information about how it's made.
Well, I mean, we can approximate bacon,
You,
which is better than
We
not
could
bacon.
certainly have some boar. we
Well,
could
Does
have
one
some
of you have the cure spell?
pig-related meat.
I'm
yeah,
completely
I can
joking.
cure it. I already said that. We don't want to eat you, though. We want to eat the pig, not the boar.
Ah! Oh man, there's probably enough smoke off that sick burn to cure the bacon.
I'm just gonna dip my hand in the water again to applying cold water to burn.
Okay. Din, are you going to go hunting? Is that the plan? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me a survival check.
Yes, I will. With advantage because terrainy, and I think that's how this works.
Yes.
You're terrainy.
Oh, maybe I just find twice as much. Wait, maybe I don't get it. Whatever. Pick one of them.
Doesn't matter. Yes.
Taking the right order anyway.
Din, you managed to find and shoot a small adolescent wild boar. Who is young and fit and
bacon.
looks delicious. You're not going to be able to make bacon, but you can have ham.
Yes.
Ham is just as cured as bacon.
And pork belly. No, ham is not quite as cured as bacon. That's not how it works. Anyway, so you've got food. You've got a campsite. What you don't have yet is watches. Who's watching tonight?
I'll take first.
I'll take one. I'll take second.
Eventually
Okay.
somebody will learn about my perception checks and stop letting me take breakfast watch. But until then, breakfast watch.
Okay.
You're just the
So
best
who's
at
got
breakfast. So.
Oh,
So
I'm
Taryn's
last.
taking first, Din's
better.
taking second, and Harvick's taking third. Okay. Din. Perception. Okay. Well, we'll find out what happens overnight when we return to the Legends of Valcia next time.
Thanks for watching.
those of you
We
that are
will see you
interested-
soon. If you're on Twitch,
We'll
it's
see you
like
next
2
time,
minutes. It's not. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.